So, to try and understand the first point that he's trying to make, now I have over here certain excerpts from the text which will help us understand what he's trying to say. So, he says that yes, critics have always sought to make distinctions between the genre of prose and poetry, and it has been a long standing convention in criticism to do so. But on the other hand, and you can see over here that he writes in the text that I have marked in yellow, the bigger text. On the other hand, those who have dwelt most emphatically on the distinction between prose and verse, prose and poetry, may sometimes have been tempted to limit the proper functions of prose too narrowly. So, and this again is at least false economy, as being in effect the renunciation of a certain means or faculty in a world where, after all, we must needs make the most of things. Critical efforts to limit art a priori by anticipations regarding the natural incapacity of the material with which this or that artist works, as the sculptor with solid form or the prose writer with the ordinary language of men, are always liable to be discredited by the facts of artistic production. So he's against this tendency to distinguish genres of literature, and he says those who do it are coming from a very narrow perspective. They are not looking at the broader pictures, and they should not try to limit or to confine art like this, right? So he says that it will be useless to protest, that it can be nothing at all except something very tamely and narrowly confined to mainly practical ends. And that is not what we are aiming at. And he says, as there are many beauties of poetry, so the beauties of prose are many. And it is the business of criticism to estimate them as such. So he is, in fact, trying to point out that we need to expand our idea of what constitutes beauty, right? And we need to broaden our perspective, and we should not have a kind of standard template to judge that this is beautiful and this is not. So, in fact, we should not have a set number of features which we can apply to prose, and which we can apply and say, okay, if this piece of text, if this piece of prose has these features, then it is beautiful. And if this particular poem has these many features, then it is beautiful. Because that's not the right yardstick to measure the worth or the beauty or the literary worth of a text. Sometimes prose may have features of poetry, and poetry may have features of prose.